Hello everyone, Mike Arnold here, co-founder of Pat Trading Partners along with Bob Iacino. People have been asking for an update on Tesla. Going into earnings on August 1st in the afternoon after the close. So, we'll go over our big outlook though. Let's come up to speed. Before we had triggered that massive weekly double top that came down to this 244 level just above our primary target, but we also said that could be a good place because this trend line and a significant level there to take profits. It bounced back up, forming a nice horizontal channel. Elon started talking about the massive short squeeze, went to the upside, actually exceeding the target for a horizontal channel, which was right around 346 area. Got all the way up to, what was the high there? High 373.73, not close to the prior high. I mean, 389.61. You know, I got within 16 bucks. What was interesting, then it formed this double top on the daily basis. So you see nice double top. Here's the move that started it. We did the conservative targets, and I'll show you why. We took the lower left hand or the right hand swing from the high on the second to the low, which was the base on the back to June 26. We have three major targets for all our doubles. First one is stop reduction, so where we lower our stop, because if it's going to reverse and bounce back into the major area of the pattern, that's the key level it does, and the stop was reversed from up around this 360 area down to around this 340 area. It did reverse, did not get to the stop level though, got to the first cross rotation zone. If you watch any of our videos, we really focus on the rotation zone, built this little horizontal channel, then broke down, hitting the next target, actually hit the next target before it went to the rotation zone, which is the first profit target, then finally hitting the last target, which, interesting enough, was right in line with this gap that had already been filled, but that was a very key area. Just hit that today. We had 286.80. The low today was, what was it, 286.13, so that definitely filled. What does that mean? Well, now we just got to go out to the bigger picture, but that all those targets have been filled for Tesla. So there is no technical short target and there's no technical long target. That's why we're zooming out to the bigger picture here, going into earnings. Now we have this blue line is a major significant level. It's like a support resistance level on steroids. We have a set of rules that we use for finding significant levels, and you see how it reacted to right here. It did break below it. That's one of the key things we'll be watching going into earnings. If we gap below it, that is not good. If we do gap below it, the next major target, so you have this one of these trend lines coming in here. Actually, that got moved to the wrong point. That should be the point right there. Don't know how that got updated, but there we go. Doesn't just change the angle slightly, but here's the next area we'll be watching. We have the flat 200-week moving average coming in with this rather long trend line, coming in about 260. Then below that, we have a really long trend line that goes back to here, coming in based off earnings about 232. Now, if we get below these areas, we'll be watching then for 182 for the bigger short play. But the first major area I'm going to reiterate is about 275.50, 276 area right in there. Really watch for that. You never know what's going to happen. Everybody's expecting Tesla to post a really bad number. I am honestly too, even with their Model 3 production, looking for them to post a bad number. So that these are my lines in the sand. I'm expecting a gap lower, but you never know. It all depends on Tesla conference call. They, we had the article in the Wall Street Journal today. It actually couldn't get much of a bounce in the stock, that they're exploring building site in Europe. They came out there exploring building a site in China. They've come up with a lot of stuff, and the stock is just not responding to it. It filled the short pattern, but now again, as I said, there is no pattern, so those are the levels. Now, if for some reason we do rally, major resistance up here around 350. 350 is the first area on the rally. The next area we'd be watching for is right around about 370. So 350 and 370 are the areas that if you were long, trying to go into earnings long, and we rallied up there, at least move up your stops. We are not going into earnings with any position right now because our short position was filled and is done. So we will just watch what happens on earnings, and then if we get some kind of gap down and rally back, that initiates a new short position. That's what we'll be watching for. If we get a bottoming position that initiates a long position, that's what we're watching for. But there is no major thing today that is triggering for either side. So that's what we have for you on the Tesla update, and we'll talk to everyone soon. Bye for now.